everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Mike's Talks and Thoughts here, back in with another video for you guys. And today we have Mayans MC Season 5 Episode 9. I must go in, the fog is rising here. We are here at the penultimate episode and the finale coming next week. Lots of big things happening in this episode to prepare us for what's going to happen in the finale here. And a lot of crazy shit that went down this episode. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. And again, if you have not seen up until this point here for Mayans, I will be going into spoilers. So definitely go and check out the episode first and come back to this video once you've seen it. But if you've seen it, then you guys know just how insane some of these parts of this episode was. So first, let's just talk about the big cameo that was teased in the description for this episode, was saying that Easy was going to be meeting a familiar stranger, and we see him, crashing on his bike with this wolf in the road, and that I think was very symbolic of, I believe it was the first episode of Mayans, a similar animal in the road. So callbacks to the pilot episode here for Mayans, and we get to see Wendy here. So Wendy was the one who was, the familiar figure. I was wondering who this was going to be. I thought maybe that this could be them hinting at Galindo, because him and Easy really haven't had an interaction this season. But yeah, interesting to see Wendy's the choice here. So of course, of all the people driving on this road that Easy happens to fall on, Wendy is the one to, see who this is. And she talks to him about the club and sort of, she says, I have an ex who was in one of these clubs. And I think Wendy knew pretty much about the Mayans and Sons relationship, so she didn't want to reveal that, of course, Jax and the Sons, because of what she said, maybe there being tensions between the two clubs at that time. But you see how she's still taking care of Abel and Thomas here. But I did have some questions on this scene here. So we remember from SOA that Nero and Abel and Thomas went to this farm out in Mexico. This was Nero's place. What is she doing out by Santo Padre? She's talking about her providing for her kids and getting back to her family here, but again, just no one else is on this road. She just happens to stumble upon Easy. Kind of a weird coincidence here, but I digress. I do like seeing these scenes here, and I will give them a pass on some realism to provide us with a quality scene here. And I did like their conversation here. But yeah, it was just really shocking at first when I saw Wendy jump out of that car. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, of all the people, I would not have guessed her, coming back. But yeah, so that was definitely an interesting point here in this episode. We get to see Galindo here sort of making this deal with this attorney here, and Potter being fucked over here, but then Potter's trying to get the ATF agent who is in on the Creeper case, and of course, she wants Easy dead, so they're now starting to partner up, which was definitely an important part of this episode here. And then I guess the last couple big things I want to mention is SOA. Of course, Isaac is heated as a motherfucker after what happened at the compound when, of course, Letty and them came through here, and he just shows no remorse, man. He goes into Angel's place here, and Felipe here, of course, defending with all that he can, man. And I definitely think that they try to hint to Felipe, of course, being gone or dead at the end of the episode there, but I don't think that is Felipe. I think that is one of the dead SOA members in the body bag. But the one thing that really struck out to me was, Felipe, when he grabs Angel's son here, he seems like he's just like in a lot of pain. He is old, but seems like he is making some sort of facial expressions or noises to where it looked like he had been shot, but they had not shown a gun wound here. So did Felipe get shot? Did Felipe get killed? I really don't think Felipe got killed, in the sense that they didn't show, Felipe getting shot. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But that was crazy, you know, just Isaac leading the troops in here and Angel just fucking losing it. And, you know, he's getting to his breaking point, man. He's like, this shit's gotta fucking stop, you know, going after his son and all of this nonsense that's been happening between SOA and Mayans, going all the way into the very end of the season here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out for Easy, Angel, Felipe, all the other members of Mayans here, and what they're going to do to officially end the war with the Suns, and how they're going to conclude this series finale here. So I guess what we have to look forward to is, of course, each of these characters and how they're going to be wrapped up here. I'm waiting for Alvarez and seeing how he's going to wrap up. I thought he was going to make an appearance this episode. Didn't see Alvarez. How they're going to wrap up Easy and Angel here. I think that they're going to be a big focal point. I think this is going to be a really long episode too. I think maybe like hour and 15-minute long episode here for the finale. What else here? Galindo and his deal, and Emily finally getting her closure here. I think those are going to be wrapped up as well in the finale. And again, just seeing where the Suns are. And one thing that I talked about in my video of 10 things I wanted to see from Mayans MC Season 5 is having a good ending, but also leaving the door open. I think that they definitely hinted at that with the whole Abel and Thomas riding dirt bikes, and them possibly now be coming back into this universe because of introducing Wendy back into here with the Mayans. But my big prediction, I don't know if it's really even a prediction, because I think it's not been confirmed, but I think it's very likely we see Jax Teller back on screen for the finale. I know this is the Mayans show, and you know, SOA had its time, but they're starting to do a lot of SOA callbacks. You know, the whole last season now has involved SOA, and there's actually a picture on Instagram of the actress who plays Letty on the show. She has a picture with Charlie Hunnam here, of course, who plays Jax. So I think that Jax is going to show up in a flashback scene, whether it's you know, when Easy was in prison originally, him and Jax and Clay and all them, that was around the time they were in jail from season 3 to season 4 of SOA, and there was a scene in season 1 where Gemma was visiting them and Easy was there. Will they show a scene with Easy and Jax in prison? Will they show a scene that we didn't get to see with Jax and his kids here? Jax first joining into the club. Like, how are they going to do this? I think we're going to get a flashback here of Jax. I do think it's going to have to do with Easy. If I had to bet, I would say it's going to be a prison scene with Easy and Jax and maybe even more members of SOA interacting in prison here. I think that'd be very interesting to see here how that all plays out. But yeah, so stay tuned here next week for the finale. We will be covering that. I'm going to try and get it out if I can with my work schedule. It's very tough to watch it on Wednesday night when it's dropping, but I'm going to try for you guys to get it out late Wednesday night. If not, it will be, again, sometime Thursday afternoon, evening time, like I have been dropping the Mayans MC content here. But after the finale review, I will be doing a season review and eventually a series review for Mayans. So stay tuned for that if you guys are into Mayans. And if you guys like a lot of other stuff on my channel, I plan on bringing back the tier list. I've been watching a lot of other shows. I plan on bringing a lot of top 10s, top 20s lists are going to be coming back here in the future. So definitely stay tuned here on the channel. I have a lot more content coming out for you guys in the future here. So yeah, that's going to do it, everyone. Take care and peace out.